Hi, today's June 25th, and it is officially the first day on the transplant list. My good transplant worker, Doug Ostler, called me this morning and got some information to finish off his claim, and he is ready to put me on the list. So he says, as of today, I'm active, so I'll be waiting for a kidney. He wondered if I had any live donors, and my sister is wanting to. We'll um, see about her schedule and different things. She's really busy and has a lot going on this year, so hopefully it'll work out. Um, she's great. Her name's Michelle, and I admire her very much. Happy birthday, Chris. Today's your birthday. That's my brother. But anyway, I'd like to go over what exactly lupus is, because that's where all my kidney problems started. So I was diagnosed with lupus in 1997. It took them a year and a half to figure out what was wrong with me. I was a teenager. I had this big lump on my neck, like the size of a baseball, and my mom knew there was something wrong with me. I'm like, oh, Mom, it's no big deal. And she was noticing signs and symptoms. Uh, my joints would hurt. I didn't know that's what it was, but I would have a hard time standing and sitting, and my knuckles would swell, and I couldn't close a fist. So she was very aware of it and started taking me to a bunch of different doctors. We started out at a local doctor and went from there. He didn't really know what was wrong at first. He thought maybe I just didn't want to play sports, so I was pretending like I didn't feel good. And um, my mom wasn't happy with that answer, so she had him uh, send us to a different doctor. And by the time everything was said and done, I had seen about 8 different doctors, had 2 biopsies on my lymph nodes in my neck and axillary, my armpit, and um, it wasn't lymphoma. They thought it might be that. So they finally got me around to a rheumatologist at the University of Utah named Alan Sawicki, and he diagnosed me with systemic lupus erythematosus. Lupus is a chronic disease. They don't know how it starts or how to cure it, but they can treat it. It can affect the skin, the joints, the kidneys, the heart and brain, and other organs. And so what happens is your white blood cells your immune system is overactive and decides that these other parts of your body don't belong in your body, so they start to reject it and attack it. And in my case, my lupus attacks my kidneys. And so at that point, when I was to see Dr. Sawicki, he gave me the choice of dialysis or uh, chemotherapy, Cytoxin. So I asked, the differences of the treatments, and of course, dialysis was much more time consuming, and I was a teenager, and that didn't sound very fun. And the Cytoxin was once a month IV treatment for 6 months if everything went well. So that sounded like a better option for me. So I chose that one. Um, my parents were great. I was 16 at the time I was diagnosed, and they let me make some good decisions. They informed me and educated me, as well as the doctors. And so that was my first experience with treatment with lupus. Started on the good old Plaquenil and started on the Cytoxin, and my body reacted very well to it. It just bounced right back, and my kidney function went right back to normal. So that was my first flare. And I'll go ahead and leave that for today, and tomorrow maybe I'll go over the second flare. So we'll see you then.